This is Randy Rosetta with HubCityPreps.com with another edition of the Patriot Podcast, sponsored by Grease Monkey. Talking to a couple of the Lady Patriot volleyball players who are in a very good mood because they went down to Abilene and won the Bev Ball Classic. Didn't lose a match there. They're 8-0. And we'll start with you, Campbell. Not only did you win that tournament, you had to beat the same team twice. You had to beat Abilene Wiley twice, and Abilene Wiley is a team that's already got a couple of skins on the wall. So what clicked so well for you guys down there?
Well, we actually played Wiley. We went to a camp this summer in Abilene, and so we played a lot of the same schools. We played Midland High too, actually, and we played them on Tuesday. But we definitely, I think playing in that little tournament let us kind of know their weaknesses, and we had a lot of film on them, so that was nice. But they are a really strong team, and it is hard to beat a team, technically 4 times because we played them twice in the Abilene tournament as well. But they had a lot of good girls, but by the time we got to the championship game, we just knew that they had 2 really strong outsides, and we had to shut that down with the block, and if we just did our job on our side, then it was going to be a good game.
Kennedy, that you beat them to start the tournament and in the tournament, got some nice wins in between. What clicked for you guys for 2 days solid like that?
At first, they started kind of finding, they didn't know where our holes were. They didn't know really what worked on us. And then the second game, they came out and they started knowing that tipping and shotting and all this would work. And then we adjusted, and then everything just kind of clicked after that. We started adjusting. You
mentioned Midland High. You started the season with a very tough road win, 5 sets, and that was without Abby, correct?
Yes, Abby didn't play that
Right,
Tuesday.
and so one of your key players is having to sit there and watch. Did she play all weekend?
She played all weekend, yes.
Okay, so you guys were back at full strength.
Yes.
You two make a big difference. Abby makes a big difference. Having everybody there this weekend, how big was that to have everybody start to kind of get comfortable with each other?
I mean, it was great. We've definitely added, we have 16 this year, so definitely a heavier roster. But, this is our 3rd year playing together. We have 7 returning seniors. Her, Ellis, and Carson was last year, but they've been on varsity since their freshman year. So we've had really good chemistry since we all decided to move over here. But I think this year it really is all starting to come together, and especially the senior side of it. We just know this is our last time. A lot of us won't ever play together again, so I think that that's definitely something that's been pushing us a lot this season.
We're going to come back and talk about motivation in a second, though. She mentioned the seniors, Kennedy. Knowing that they've been working at this you've been with them for 3 years now, and seeing them, knowing that still a long ways away. I don't want to get moms and dads mad at me. The finish line's a long way away, but they know this is their final lap around the track here. How motivated are you as one of the younger players to make sure that they go out with a bang?
We've been with them since we were little babies as freshmen, me and Ellis, and so we just want to go out and play for each other and go as far as we can, because it's so sad that they're going to be gone next year.
No tears.
Not yet.
I have a rule on videos, no tears.
Right.
They've got to pass the torch to you at some point. And that motivation I mentioned, both you guys can touch on this. You got to the second round last year after going really deep the year before, played really well against a team that the coach said that for when you guys first came out last year in that second round, there were some wide eyes and took some adjustment. How much is that playoff loss burned in your belly?
I mean, I've thought about it all the time. All this year, I'll be watching film and it's just Eagle Mountain, and they've started off a really good year. They played in a tournament, I think this weekend in Dallas. Was it Dallas or Austin? Somewhere around there, and they beat Dripping Springs. So that was a really big win for them, and they have a lot of key players, a lot of D1 commits, but it was definitely a tough loss, and again, with us being our last year, we just want it to be a really good experience, and all the seniors really want to leave an impact on the people that we're leaving behind as well. So hopefully it'll be a little bit closer to a game this year, and we get to move on to the 3rd round.
Maybe they'll have to play them later. Maybe you get to meet them somewhere down the road a little bit further. You mentioned they're a team that everybody's kind of keeping an eye on. I think you guys have been the hunted for 2 years already, probably a little bit more, because everybody was talking to Coach Joe about this. Not many teams or programs get to say, we have everybody back. Well, you guys have everybody back. Kennedy, you guys are definitely the hunted in West Texas. How much does that kind of get you guys going every time you step on the court?
Well, earlier, in the past years, we could always use the excuse we're just freshmen, sophomores, just sophomores and juniors, but this year there's no excuse for that. We're just going out and giving it our all, giving 110% in practice. So.
Why is this team better this year, besides being older, stronger, faster, whatever? Why are you guys better now?
I just really think, again, since we have one more shot and we finally feel like we have all the pieces together, and also Bushland was a really good team the first year that we lost to, and then Eagle Mountain was also a new school around the Dallas area, and so they were really unfamiliar to us. But how close that was and how close we were to moving on, I think that it definitely hasn't sat right with a lot of us, and so we just know that we definitely have some unfinished business, and we really want to make an impact not just for our school in general, but for the Panhandle and Lubbock area as well.
I guess I can answer this, but I'm going to let you do it, Kennedy. How much of a springboard was this weekend now moving forward? You go to Canyon West Plains Tuesday. I can't remember which tournament you go to.
We go Glen Rose this weekend, Shallow Water next Tuesday, Friendship Tournament the next.
Yeah.
So there's no let up in the schedule. You're going to be, because I saw Shallow Water play this weekend, and they're the real deal. How much is this kind of a springboard for you guys now?
I think the games in preseason are really important because our district is it's mentally tough during district, so I think having a good preseason will really prepare us for playoffs, like our mental game, not just like the physical side.